Emmerdale's Ray Walters caught out as Nicola King gets suspicious. The net closes in. Nicola King's antennae are twitching, and when Nicola gets a scent, she rarely lets it go. With the police suddenly sniffing around Caleb Milligan's depot and Laurel falling hard for Ray Walters, the stage is set for a reckoning that could expose a criminal web hiding in plain sight. I think this is the week that charm starts to crack and the danger becomes visible to everyone else, not just the kids trapped inside it. Sensing something's off with Laurel's new romance, Nicola does what Nicola does best. She digs. A quick bit of cyberstalking should be easy in the age of receipts and profile pictures, but there's virtually no trace of Rye online, which is odd for a man who seems to be everywhere in the village. It's the absence that screams the loudest. A ghost footprint suggests a past that's been scrubbed, not lived, and that sets off every alarm bell. It's clear that Laurel's heart might be rushing ahead of the facts, and Nicola's cool head could be the only brake she's got left. At Milligan International, the temperature spikes when officers arrive to probe reports of drug trafficking. Jai, blindsided, points the finger towards Caleb. There's no love lost there, and you can feel the business veneer slipping as the depot becomes a pressure cooker. This is how Ray's operations corrode everything they touch. Ordinary workplaces become corridors for fear, and colleagues turn into liabilities. I think the show is cleverly mapping how one man's side hustle silently rewires an entire community. For Dylan Penders, panic is a live current. He races back to Rye with the news, convinced the walls are closing in and prison is suddenly a real possibility. Ray's response is a masterclass in damage control. Pause the push, lower the profile, flush out a snitch. It's managerial, chillingly so. And he turns the screw by floating the idea of a traitor to both Dylan and April. That accusation isn't about truth, it's about control, making terrified teenagers prove their loyalty while they're already shaking. It's clear that this is grooming by another name, not romantic, but criminal, and it preys on kids' shame and silence. Meanwhile, Laurel's feelings deepen, which is exactly what Rye needs right now, a respectable shield. Rye miscalculated if he thought Nicola would notice the blank spaces where a normal bloke's history should be. And the moment Laurel hears the doubts framed out loud, love will be forced to wrestle with logic. I think the tragedy here is how often kind people like Laurel offer benefit of the doubt right up to the cliff edge, and how predators rely on that kindness to mask their exits and entries. As Nicola pushes on, the risk tilts towards her. Rye is already spooked by police interest and by the jitters inside his ranks. A nosy best friend with a knack for patterns is the last variable he needs. If Nicola keeps pulling at this thread, she might just unravel the whole thing, but she could also paint a target on her back. It's clear that Celia and Rye don't do warnings twice. So where does this go? Either Nicola finds the proof that wakes Laurel before the fall, or Rye moves faster to cauterize the leak, which could mean silencing frightened teens, leaning harder on the depot, or charming Laurel deeper into the dark. And with the police already on the board, one wrong move from Rye could turn a quiet investigation into a raid. The net is closing. The question is, who slips through and who gets dragged down with it?